We're excited to announce this new balcony solar microinverter from APsystems. It is here on the market to satisfy Utah's balcony solar rules that just came in effect just recently. Some other states around here, a couple other dozen, are in the process of approving and making laws to allow balcony solar. The cool thing about balcony solar for Utah is you can have 1200 watts of solar production plugging into a standard 120 volt plug without having to get a permit. So you can offset 1200 watts of loads. Any excess you don't get credits for, but you can definitely reduce your utility bill without needing to get a permit. We have the Easy One low voltage 120 volt connection microinverter. We have two PV inputs for two panels. Purchased separately, the 120 volt cord, allowing us to plug it into any standard receptacle on the outside of your house. Data sheet, instruction guide, and we have the wrench to disconnect the AC side if you, for whatever reason, need to disconnect the power cord. And then we have the little tool to disconnect the PV if you want to disconnect your solar array from the PV inputs. We got a little grounding bushing for grounding. This is a 120 volt input from the grid. Has all the safety certifications, UL listings, and we got two PV inputs. So looks like we can do 60 volts from the array with a minimum voltage of 26. Each tracker can do 18 amps input, and this can provide a constant 9,000 volt amps to your loads. Here we have the array that we have outside here, our building, and we're currently producing 665 watts. Today we produced 0.65 kilowatt hours. We've got a little graph here showing that we've produced this month 17 kilowatt hours, and then the life of the system, we produced 75 kilowatt hours of production. And we can see today's graph right around 9 o'clock. Production jumped to 300 watts, slowly climbed to a little over 660 watts. Here we have our test array. We got two 400 watt panels mounted to an Integra rack with the balcony solar mounted right below. So we got kind of 800 watts of peak production here. Cool thing about the Integra rack adjustable one is we have bolts here to adjust the height. We've used that bolt to hold the balcony solar right to the rack. And we have two panels connected directly to the microinverter. We will be increasing the number of panels we have on our Easy One balcony solution from APsystems. We're going to take it from 2 modules with 1 microinverter to 4 modules with 2 microinverters. 2 Easy One microinverters can potentially output more power than your local jurisdiction or your state allows. It's still pending for a lot of states, but for the most that are currently pending, they are requiring 1200 watts. We currently here have 1600 watts. So we're going to need to log into the app and reduce the power to 1200 watts. This allows us to generate more peak out at 12,000 sooner in the day and later in the day because we have 16,000 watts of solar, so we can fully utilize the 12,000 watts for a larger period of day. APsystems currently only offers 1 power cord that is rated for enough current for 1 microinverter. So if you have 2 microinverters, you need 2 power cords at this moment. They are currently manufacturing an upgraded, larger cable that can handle current of 2 microinverters. I'm going to show you how to reduce the power output of the Easy One. Rules are constantly changing and adapting, and every jurisdiction, every state has different power requirements that the microinverters need to satisfy. For example, Utah, we can have 1200 watts of solar. And if you install 4 solar panels like I have here, your array can output more power than the utility company wants. So we can software derate the microinverters with 1600 watts of solar connected for longer periods of the day, be producing the 1200 watts instead of just connecting 1200 watts of solar and peaking for a short period of time during the peak of the day. And then when it's cloudy or shady, you're still producing more solar. You're going to pair the microinverters to your account. I got 2 here because I have 2 microinverters. We're going to program each microinverter to output 600 watts max. We're looking at my microinverter. It's currently producing 130 watts and it's normal, about 70 watts, 60 watts. Here we go to the settings and then we can go to maximum power. It's currently set to 900 watts, which is the rating of the inverter. But if we wanted to only produce 600 watts, we can right here drag it and do 600 watts. And now that's successful here. So then we can go to the other unit and we can go to its settings and we can reduce its maximum power also down to 600. Now here together we have 1200 watts so that during the peak of the day we'll clip anything over 600 watts. APsystems has a few different apps depending on the equipment you're using. For the Easy One, you're going to want to use the AP Easy Power app, and it's just for Easy One hardware. So like the microinverters, there's soon to be released energy meter, and any other equipment that they'll release in the future will use this Easy One app. So you can access it on the go because your microinverters connect to your local Wi-Fi. And it's cool. The app here shows us all 4 of our modules and how much it's producing. We can go back in time and see how much each panel's doing. We just recently got the Easy One microinverter meter from APsystems. It's cool because we pair this with the Easy One balcony solar plug-and-play microinverters. This allows us to throttle or reduce the production of the microinverters so that we don't accidentally sell power back to the grid. And it uses the same app as the microinverters to set up and commission. We have a quick start guide. We wire the meter onto the conductor from our main panel, showing the loads that we have. Inside the box we have a Wi-Fi antenna. This allows us to have good connectivity because we can install this outside of wherever we're mounting the meter. Then we have a 125 amp CT. Hopefully in September, these meters will start shipping with a 200 amp CT so that we can put around the 200 amp main panel feed. And then we got the meter here. We got the antenna connection right here. We got a little bit of status lights, and then down below we have the connection for the CT, and then we have our voltage reference here. So we can mount it to the wall. And then we got 2 magnetic voltage sense wires. So these are cool because you can stick them, it's magnetic, it'll stick to the neutral bar, and then the black one will stick it to the breaker to get voltage from the phase that the Easy Ones are connected to, and that just plugs right into the meter. I've installed the Easy One and we mounted it here to this DIN rail. I already had this terminal block here feeding other meters, so I just tapped off of it. Those 2 microinverters are plugged into an outlet which is on the red phase of our main electrical panel. So this red phase here is the voltage that we want the meter to see. And then the CT is also connected to the main conductor of the red phase. So here I'm in the Easy Solar app, and I can see that I'm currently producing 252 watts of solar. I produced 0.6 kilowatts already today. I'm consuming a total of 465 watts, so I'm importing from the grid 213 watts. And I do have export limitation on. We'll see here that the meter is connected to my 2 Easy One microinverters. I have where I want to always pull a minimum of 5 watts from the grid. You don't have to have this meter for the microinverters to work, but without the meter, any power you're not currently consuming at that given second, the excess of the production of the Easy Ones will go to the grid. We here at NAZ have put all these items together in a custom kit, allowing you to easy order the system you've seen here today.